I kind of came up with this concept of making really generic costumes, something that kids could put on really easily. Because we wanted animals ranging from a worm to a cow and everything in between that you find on the farm. So I have this fleece little jumper that a kid can kind of pull on themselves. I unfortunately can't wear it. I tried it on and it didn't fit me, which is probably good. It's supposed to fit little kids. And having these straps here make it pretty easy, hopefully, for kids to put on. They can just kind of Velcro it on. And then there's Velcro all over the rest of it. And I have all these little kind of accessories I've made, and kids can stick various things on them. This whole project I'm calling Operation Detachable Udder, because where did my detachable udders go? Oh, they're on my white cow. Because, among other things, I have a detachable udder. I kept it simple, pink circle is all we're really needing. So these can be, this is the cow costume. It can be a brown cow or a white cow with spots. So they can Velcro on spots, and they can Velcro on an udder, and they can Velcro on a tail. And I also have various, oh, here are the hooves for the cow. So I did the suit, and then there's some things I can stick on their bodies, and then they have little foot covers. So this is cow hooves. I suppose they could put them on their hands too. They can kind of do whatever they want with them. But go around their ankles or underneath the bottom of their foot, kind of designed to go over a shoe. And they can be a chicken. So if it was just the brown costume, I suppose they could have an udder if they wanted to be a chicken cow. That's sort of the fun of it. Now I'm making a chicken tail, and I really have no idea how I'm doing it. I kind of just start cutting shapes and then sewing and just seeing what happens. I guess I just cut out a feather shape and then tried to use stuffing and stitching to see if it'll make a feather. This is the one that I made, and at this point that's all I know that I'm doing. We'll keep going. Sometimes I just kind of have to do and then see what happens rather than making sure I have a foolproof plan before I start something. It's hard to really visualize how something's going to work until you actually do it. So that's kind of my process with pretty much this whole thing. That's been my process. Farm before I moved here from Washington, and I called because I was looking for summer work before I started at Antioch, and when I called there was an option to hear a cow moo on the phone, and that pretty much had me. I was like, that's the place I want to work. You can press 40 here at Camus. So they weren't hiring at the time, but it's always kind of been in the back of my mind. And I am washing the greens that we just harvested. They're pretty clean because they grow up and they don't really lay in the dirt. But this is just to make sure if there's any pieces of dirt, we're getting it off. So kind of like your salad spinner at home, just on a large scale. And the water is very cold, which is nice when it gets hot out. So this is step one of the salad spinner. Step two is we're actually gonna spin it in an old washing machine on the spin cycle to get the excess water off. So then after we wash and rinse, or spin, I guess, they're gonna be weighed out and bagged this USA. Let's pick them up today. So, very fresh. Cut in the morning and they get it in the afternoon. This is step two of the salad spinners, which is a spin cycle on an old clean washing machine. So we can process large quantities of our greens. It's really neat doing environmental ed and getting to do a bunch of things, and you know, it's a learning curve. I've never designed and sewed costumes before, and now I've got that experience, and you know, detachable udder might come in handy at some point, the logistics of a detachable udder. You can see why people get, or at least I can see why people get addicted to farming, because it's just therapeutic and really basic.